Well, good morning, everybody. Today, I did come up here with Jeff, and we're on the stream here. This stream has a bunch. I can see right in front of you, there's a piece of green jasper. Right there, you see that piece of green in front of you? Yeah, I can see it here. Let's watch you pick that thing up. Oh, what about the other one right below it? Yeah, that's the one I can see from here. Oh yeah. But anyhow, I came up here. I wanted to chat about, this is the reasoning I really want to do the research and get up on the hills above it. This stream here, when we first came in here, you know, we were thinking, like this right here, this is a jasper right there, a red one. And that's pretty much what we thought was going to be on here. And you remember that the first time we came in here, we thought just going to be red jaspers. Yeah. Now you think about it, we've found, well, you got green jasper, and that's got dendrites in it.
Dendrites, it's a beautiful picture jasper, some of it.
Oh yeah, so some of it's blah, but then...
a lot of it's just plain pastel green.
Yeah. But, you know, it's great stuff. There's a piece right up there on that rock right there. Probably sat that up there last year.
Put them up there last year, taking a while, maybe back for it.
But in here also found the manganese, and I come to find out that it's a quartz, and it's similar to looking like rhodonite. Rhodonite, and that's on this stream. Let's see, we just passed down just below us here. There was some matrix with agate nodule in it. We have found some porcelain jasper on here. Found some beautiful pieces of quartz, green quartz, just extraordinarily beautiful. I have found poppy jasper on here. We found orbicular jasper, spherical jasper. Am I missing anything? Oh, that one that I gave you a piece of.
Oh, the granite.
Well, it's not granite. It's quartzite with aluminum spotting.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. And that stuff there, as a piece of jewelry, wouldn't be great, but as a countertop, it'd be wonderful. And there's pieces in here where you can make tabletops for like
rich people.
Yeah, rich people. But you know, like coffee table, you know, small end table. Yeah. Everything in here is massive. I mean, what we're finding here, this is just small. Yeah, so that tells you that in this stream, what would you say is probably 2 miles long, maybe? 3 at the most? Yeah, so we're not far from where it's coming from, but the problem is, it's like this.
It's all straight uphill.
It's all straight uphill. I mean, so, but that's it. And whenever I'm looking at a stream here, I come down, I find something, I'm always asking, well, what else is here? And why is it here? And if you ask yourself those 2 questions, and if you can find the answer, you're probably going to do better in your rock hounding. Well, that's going to be it for this part of this video. Yesterday I was up above, up in the mountains above, but I wanted to just give you a kind of a clue as to why I want to do this rather than drive all over and get other stuff. What you got there?
Green quartz.
Green quartz? Let me take a look at that one. Oh, I was coming over there. Didn't know you were going to try throwing it at me. Oh yeah.
It's not the prettiest one on here.
Nah, but it is what it is. I'm going to pull that jasper out and take a look at it, and that'll be it for me videoing here. I might take a few pictures.
That's going to be a good piece of photo
You think so?
I think so. It's bright red on it.
Well, let's hit it with the hammer here. Yeah. Oh, here, take a whack with it. Well,
There's a lot of red in it.
get me out of the way here.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it was wanting to, but nope, I don't think so. I know there's a big one up there, but
Yeah, there's that great big huge piece up there.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
But that's what you'll be doing too a lot, is breaking rock. And that's a good thing. You got to check everything out. And I'm always one for, even if you don't think it's wonderful right now, throw a small piece in your bag, take it home, put it on the saw, and you might change your mind.
I'll take samples.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get this one out. And this here is why it's so hard to find, you know, material in the rock that's coming from. Because right here, right in front of me, not that over there, not this over here, but right there where you can see them edges, this whole thing in front of me, that is a vein of green jasper. And I'm going to walk over there and see if I can knock off a piece so I can show you. This is a big vein, probably around, I don't know, the edge in here is probably about 5 feet across. Piece off of there. And right there, that there's not the best. The best is probably on the edge in here. But that is a green jasper. And you just can't really, oh, here you can tell. Yeah, that's another piece, not that great of a piece. Okay, let's take a look at what this looks like. Yeah, you can kind of see the green under that. But this has some dendrites in it. So yeah, you work this here vein, you'd eventually come out with some good picture stuff. Just I wouldn't do too much of it because you got a lot overhanging you. It's much easier just get down here and pick it out of the stream. But yeah, I walked by this I don't know how many times before we figured out that it was there. Well, good morning, everybody. Today I decided to come up the hill here. I was supposed to meet Jeff today, but he had something else he had to do, so he didn't show up. And I thought, well, since I planned on being in the mountains, I figured I would start coming up here searching for the some of these areas that I'm looking for and let you know what I'm looking for. And this here's one of the first things the other day I came across, and right here there is a vein right there, There's some smaller ones right there. And what these are doing is they're running just about like this, right through here. And I've been on some of the other hills south of me here, and they pretty much run the same direction, even though this one here is going at an angle. It could be that one there and this one here meet up, and then it goes into this other one. But the thing about veins is they'll run pretty much in the same direction. Once you figured out the direction, then you can kind of find others, and they run parallel to each other. Here they're pretty close, but sometimes they can be quite a ways apart. So if you figure out the direction they're going, you're best if you're going that direction, always crisscross back and forth, because you could walk for a long ways and you might be walking between veins, you know, and you might not know that there's one to either side of you. You kind of got to look at it like you're walking down a highway. You know, the first time you ever walk down a highway, you only see a couple feet on each side of you. So you would, if you stayed in the middle, you would never know that there's a ditch on each side. So you got to go back and forth, you know, probably, you know, 50 feet if you can. But if you can't, you know, do what you can. But this here material, we kicked some of it down the other day. Let's see. And, you know, it's got some green in there, quartz. Let's see if there's any broken pieces here. Oh, there. Yeah. It's got some green. Not the best. Oh, it'd probably be great if you tumbled something like that. It'd probably come out really good. But on here, that's what I have found. A lot of the green material out that way, probably a half a mile or so, there's veins of green jasper. So a lot of green in here. Green's not necessarily what I'm looking for, even though about 2 miles to the south of me, I did find some of this stuff like this, and the green in there, you could have faceted it. It was so clear and beautiful. That was quartz, but man, it was a dark green, beautiful green. But I'm going to continue up the hill. I just wanted to stop and show this. And what this really tells you is you're looking at this rock that it's in. I'm not necessarily looking for this rock, other than there's an indication right down in here that's telling me that I'm on the right track. You see these rocks here? This is some basalt that's come from right up there. And as you look at it, you can see this shiny here. That tells me there's a little bit of manganese right there. I'm looking for lots of manganese. And I'll find more of it the higher I go up. But this kind of tells me what I'm looking for in here. And the reason I'm looking for manganese is because all the jasper that I have found down in the valley below me is covered in it. And manganese and jasper kind of go hand in hand, especially in the Olympics. So I get up there, I start finding heavy manganese coatings and stuff. I know I'm getting close. So I'm on this road here. Not a lot of people travel it throughout the year. They got the speed bumps in there to keep the water from washing out the road. So you got to have a 4-wheel drive or, you know, vehicle with high clearance to get through here. So I'm going to head on up the hill and see if I can't find all the edges of this here, and then where it separates into the next thing of manganese, because once I hit that zone, I'll know the height that I need to be, and where I can start finding things like jasper, poppy jasper, maybe even rhodonite. So let's head up on the hill. Okay, right behind me, this here rock face, this is a good example of looking at the veins and showing that they're running the same direction. As you can see here, this is where they probably built the road and they took this face off. But when you look at it from this angle right here, you can see the veins. They're running parallel. Now, this here, I don't know if it's, looks like it's maybe a calcite, might be some quartz in there. Actually, yeah, doesn't look like any of that green really came through on this. But yeah, they're all running and they're pretty much parallel with each other. And they're running towards the south. The other one was running towards the south. It was just but it was more going this way. This is more at this angle. So this might not be from the same, well, now that one there though is running that way. But they're still running towards the south. I'll just take that. But it's not the material I'm looking for. But it's a good example of, I mean, these here are just maybe inches to feet apart, going the same way, but they're parallel. So, well, I'm going to head up the hill there. If I can hear the blue grouse up here doing their mating thing. They'll be all over up in here. Last time I was up here I saw like 6 grouse. So, okay, well, and as you can see the snow's melting. There's the high country back there, and like up in there on top there, that's about how high I want to get. So I still got, I don't know, 1,000 feet to go. Hopefully this road will get me up there. Okay, I stopped along the road here. This is a spur road that I'm on that comes off, and right there, that there's the top of the ridge. Yeah, probably 300 to 400 feet below the top. That's good. That tells me then I might have a route to get up on top of there. And the road still continues on down here, so I'm going to work my way around. It might even take me a little higher. I was hoping I had a view, but everything's growed up. But yeah, I can't quite see out there. I was hoping I could get my bearings as to exactly where I was at. But yeah, I think up here I might be able to get up on top. That'd be a good hike. Probably a fun one. As long as they haven't logged it. If they logged it, then it'd be like this brush. But maybe it will still be open in there once I get away from this road. But, okay, well, I'm going to continue on up and see what I find. Right here, I find that black coating there also. And that might be a lichen, but it might have manganese coating on it. That's why, because it's the same color. And but it's just a coating. So I just need to continue on up, and hopefully I can get into some thicker stuff, and then I won't have to try to determine whether it's manganese or just a lichen. but if it was a, well, could be a lichen that grows at this elevation. So I'm going to continue. Well, now I sort of have a view. If these trees weren't in my way, I would. But yeah, I can see out there somewhere is the Hood Canal, and up this way is taking me into the back country, and I think that drainage over there is one that I want to check out at the very top of it. So I'm coming around the mountain that I want, and I think I'm going to come up on the back side of exactly where I want to be, but I'm within the elevation, I think, now. So well, I'll continue on. Now I have a good bearing as to where I'm at. I know I'm in the zone, and I'm on the edge of it. So that's a good thing. All right. As long as you know where your edges are and where your target is, then you have a better chance of finding what you're looking for. A little bit of snow up in here. Hopefully that I don't get into a shady spot where it just totally blocks me. Yeah, I can see high country back in there. Alright. Well, I just came to the end of the road as far as I can get. There's a rock face in here I can take a look at. Yeah. Yeah. There's something back there. But I'm not too far from the top of the ridge. That's doable. Let me take a look at this here. This rock here. At least I have a turnaround spot. I don't have to try turn around just on a narrow spot in here. Well, I don't see anything that excites me very much. There's some thin fracturing. It looks like calcite. Kind of interesting to have a black light up here. It'd probably glow pretty good. And nope, I don't see anything that I'm looking for. That rock face up there probably is more just like this. But this rock here is different than what I saw down below also. But yeah, there's the ridge in there. Yeah, I'll have to take a look on maps as to where I'm at, and then plan something from there. I think that road back in there will take me in. That might be the one I want, and then I can head up onto the ridge. But yeah, this is it. My main goal here is to find a route up there, because I sure don't really want to hike it from the other road down there, because that's a mile if I went straight shot, and you're just not going to be able to do a mile straight shot, because it gets to be like this. You're climbing up stuff like this here. So, well, I'm going to turn around and look at the rock a little more intensely on my way back down. But this is what it takes to find new places. And I know that somewhere, probably along this ridge line, maybe on the other side, there's some material, and it's going to be massive when I find it. But it's just not here. But there is some material here. It's just not what I'm looking for. Alright, well, I'm going to turn this thing around and head on back down the hill.